not 3. Alright. Everything working? Let me just see here. Looks like it. Ah, yes.
A body has been discovered!
Here we go. More investigation. Maybe get trial. I'll be alright, Mr. Okay. After them, go! Oh, jeez, what's going on? Is this just recap? Behind that door in the storeroom. Hurry! Is this just recapping what we just saw? I think so, yeah. What? Wait, she has the gun in her hand. It's Gina. No, wait, hold on. Hold on, hold on. How did Looney say it? How did Looney say it before? Hold on. Great pronunciation. Gina Lestrade? Is it it's Lestrade. I think she said it was Lestrade. Yeah, Gina Lestrade. That's what it was. Okay. It's Gina with a gun in her hand, fainted. From that moment, Winnebank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn, before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B.
The next day.
Oh, geez, it's 6:21. Oh, it's early. Hi. Oh, Iris. Yeah, I forgot new bot, so slash mod bot 10 dough fan. Stupid stream keys. I need to reload to see if that worked. Yeah, okay. But thanks for the host. I really hate when stream keys mess up and I forget my bot passwords because they don't send the code to my freaking phone. Whatever. Hopefully this is the last time it happens. Anyways.
A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home.
Oh yes, we asked one of our policemen to have it sent. It's simply impossible to come back.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Bruno?
Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know.
Something awful has happened, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Alright, let's go. Events at Windebanks. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windebank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning.
Oh, Yes, I had a feeling.
You did? You did?
Well, I saw all those police carriages pulled up outside his shop. So I knew something must have happened there.
When we entered Windibanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of two thugs. Wait, what? We disturbed a gang of two thugs. They ran out on the street and I chased after them, but... Wait, I don't remember seeing this. They got away. It's been a while since I played, so maybe I'm just forgetting, or maybe they alluded to it. But I think I know what those I think I know what those two thugs are.
So it was one of them who shot. Oh, Mr. Windibank, I suppose.
I don't know. But that's not what the police believe at the moment.
Oh, why not?
They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see? Gina.
Jeannie? But why?
Well, the thing is...
No, Jeannie wouldn't do something like that.
I know. None of us think she did it.
Then why have they arrested her?
I'm sorry. There's nothing I could do. I need to talk about this first.
I don't understand why they arrested Jeannie. It's not fair. What about the two thugs over the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot her like that, didn't they?
No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris.
Ah, this is all so horrible.
The thing is, Mr. Windibank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside.
I see.
But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well.
Oh no!
And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards,
Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room.
yes, exactly. How did you know?
It's the only explanation.
Yes, the only explanation indeed.
What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well,
Ugh, what can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. Alright, Sholmes' situation.
so where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals.
That's all you care about? I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. What? He was taken to the hospital this morning. What?
What?
Well, when we entered Minibix, a gun was fired and he took a bullet. Oh no!
Hurley was shot?
No.
No.
It's alright. His life isn't in danger.
Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital?
He's at Saint Sinners. Saint Sinners. What? What the heck is that name? I already need a drink. Hold on.
I must see him at once.
Sorry, but you can't.
Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed.
No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. Oh no, he needs surgery?
To operate? Oh, poor Hurley.
Oof. Oh, injured Sholmes. It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Windibank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. Oh, you flat out witnessed that. At least you saw something from them. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. Yeah, I just froze. Oh, of course. After them. Go. After that, I ran out into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It was my fault. I let them get away.
I think that's a very good thing.
Sorry?
Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shy as well, Bruno.
That's a good point.
On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that.
Oh, Iris. As for Susato, where is she?
Where's Susie, Bruno?
She's still at the police station.
Oh, why?
I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished there for a while.
Why aren't you there then?
Well, they get a good look at the criminals anyway. So they weren't questioning me for long. Mrs. Sato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later.
I see.
Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. Glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early.
You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station.
Gosh. I'm afraid I need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on.
I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can't just sit. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting.
I mean, we need a female party member, so I guess that makes sense. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. But I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me?
Oh yes, I'd love to.
Dawn. She's already got that smile on her face. Jeannie's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed.
Don't forget we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation.
Yeah, I can see you're ready for action. I don't think we've seen her put her glasses on yet. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Alright, well. New location has been added. Okay, we got the prison, St. Sinners Hospital. Winnipeg's Pawnbroker. We have a lot of places we can go. There's not gonna be anything there. Where to start? I actually don't know. Police are investigating in shifts around the clock. Well, I guess we could. I guess we could start by talking to the defendant. Hi. Oh, you got the coat on, I think. Hello, Gina. Hey, what? Let her keep the gun?
Oh, you saw the grenade launcher Hurley and I made.
I wish she wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for?
Ginny.
I have a feeling it's because of us that you ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, we can't. Sorry. Get lost.
Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You never shoot someone. I just know you would.
You think you know me? Pull the other one.
Oh.
You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pitch people's purposes when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. If I saw me chance, I sneak in a pawn shop any day of the week. Why are you like this? Just to see what I could lay me hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am.
But Genie!
I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cover by came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried.
Why are you being like this, Genie?
Yeah, boy. First of all, look at this badge. You ever look at him? That's strange. I've already seen this before. Alright, legal representation. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? You want me to sign some papers? Representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial. They'll pin on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do.
Why do you think that?
Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the black slums, me whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, you'll get your mace dragged up by the coppers, or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all, being sort of nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass, dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could...
Forget it!
Oh, no, that's the wrong person. Forget it!
Genie! Don't you trust Bruno?
Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Oh, boy. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbrokers. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walking on the money on said, you know the rest.
But why, Genie? Why would you do that?
Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff they can sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work, and half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? You sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest! What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind a bit of difference.
Please tell us, Genie. We'll believe you, whatever it is.
Believe me? Don't be deaf. You can't believe nothing. Everyone else lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have.
Well, what do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
Oh boy. What do you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told us are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now.
Genie, please!
Why they send Cyclops? Oh yeah. Want to give you this. Something to remember me by. It's just a picture of a cat. Oh, it's that cat. Photographic print of a really adorable cat. And a derpy snowman. I found out in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it.
I wonder what little photograph like I was doing in the pocket of that overcoat.
Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye.
Oh, Genie.
White cat photograph has been white cat photograph. We got a photo now. I guess that's all we can do here. Hold on. No, I can't even examine in this room. Let's go to the pawnbrokery. Examine. Hi, officer. Yeah, it's nice to see guards actually walking around in here.
This is what happened last night.
That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables.
But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything that had happened. There's no sign of the servants.
What are you talking about? There's something shattered on the floor right there. No, you're right about that, actually. Oh, it's the ink pot that got cracked. I can see it crack right now.
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking.
I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black. Oh, I heard that. I knew it was you. Oh, Inspector, good morning.
Of course. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before I was disturbed, at least. Shame that you let those two rogues get away, man.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
I thought you assigned extra men to the beat around here, Grigsy. Now look what's happened. Harry's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty.
Ah! Your lady, sharp!
Oh gosh, I need another drink.
Nobody told me you were coming.
I expected you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care.
Of course, your ladyship. It's the very best doctors in the capital attending to me as we speak.
I don't think it's Bruno's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, it's as you say.
Well, I wonder why you're actually like so respectful towards her.
The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that.
Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change.
Alright, wait a minute, manners. Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice?
What the heck was that?
Some nice, refreshing fruit juice?
Why? Are you thirsty, Grigsy? I have some special herbal tea with me, if you like some.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Ah, lovely. Thank you very much. They really hit the spot, your ladyship.
You recognize him like this. Gosh. And you're back to your chips. Alright. Look at this badge! Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this? Do you think...
We don't think the same thing. Not with the general public.
Not even about my badge.
In that case, Grigsy, have some herbal tea.
Look, 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 look. Ah, lovely. Thank you very much. That really hits your spot, your ladyship.
Don't mind sharing that then. Alright. Investigation. So, how was the investigation going, Inspector?
Nothing to it, really. A very simple case. There's some very definitive evidence. Just about to charge the driver we arrested last night, in fact.
Gina? You're going to charge her?
That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow.
Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me!
Your ladyship, as much as I wish to, I could oblige you, I'm afraid.
Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you?
What the?
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
How could you? How?
Damn it. Jeez, man.
How could you possibly know that?
I had a feeling, that's all.
Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you?
Well, yes. They're rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat.
And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison?
She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course.
No, I just saw her, so unless she broke out by the time, but here and then, between here and then yeah. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition?
Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential.
Well, I know he's being operated on at Sight Sinners. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all.
Oh,
The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He lost a fair bit of blood.
oh no.
It didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so. But a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pipe down.
Oh gosh. Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know.
Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They gotta stop that bleeding.
But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better.
Of course, your ladyship. He'll be as red as rain before you know it.
Really? How do you know?
How do I know? Well, because, of course. Yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective, that's why.
That's a lie, and you know it. Better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again.
Oh dear. Please don't die, Hurley.
I point to your ladyship at the moment I hear he's out of the hospital theater. Out of the operating theater.
Alright. I could help noticing, Inspector.
Wow, that was a sunshine.
Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris.
Watch the shush, Sonny. I'm a copper and we don't go in for favoritism.
But he's right. You do treat us differently.
It's because of those inventions of her like Sholmes stories, that's why.
How? Oh.
I crap him in, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson.
Well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's.
What did you write about? What did you write about the Inspector Iris?
I don't remember really.
It was one of Sholmes' lines. Gregson is the smartest of Scotland Yard.
That's how he put it.
Oh, did I write that?
You know what the one line did for me, eh? The very next month, my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell ya.
Oh, okay, that's amazing.
Not because everyone in the yard reads them. We know all of Airlock Sholmes' stories. They even set up a fan club for me.
A fan club from Gregson. Oh boy, I can hardly imagine.
Of course, that explains everything. was around that time that you become such a toady to me.
Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you, and Sholmes can't change his tune about me. Gregson? No. The great detective will say he's got it quite overrated these days. Think about what happened to my salary if it came out in the print, eh?
Well, at least you're the opposite of Gumshoe.
Oh, don't give me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost worrying about it.
That would never have happened, Gracie. That would never happen, Gracie.
Never mind when the new Rants magazine comes out. My hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful of you. Here, have some tea to settle your nerves.
Look, 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 look. Ah, lovely. Thank you very much. That really hits your spot, your ladyship.
Teetotal.
Oh yeah, this summer we're supposed to talk to you about actually, Mr. Naruto.
Yes, what is it?
I got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it here now.
An important message? I wonder what it could be. Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
Yes, it's about the young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant.
Dear Susie, is she alright?
She's at the station, isn't she? Big question, I believe.
Nope, not anymore. She had to head off.
Head off? Where?
To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her.
What? Yes, of course, I'd forgotten about that.
One of the whipstocks took her there One of the whipstocks took her there in a yard carriage after we'd finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go and meet her there. She got the nerve using Scotland Yard's blooming message service.
I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector.
Why does Susie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice?
She didn't tell me. But I better head off to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. Oh. I assume they're not gonna... Well... We can try looking around.
Alright, then let's see what we can uncover.
Oh, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here.
Oh, but what you're hoping to investigate.
This is a crime scene, for Pete's sake. Don't touch it.
What's the problem, Gracie? Who is a lawyer? You know that.
Oh, I am I'm sorry, Ladyship. I'm so sorry. The rules and regulations are thrown on my side. Of course, if this murder was to have been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter.
Oh, we need to get Gina's approval. The accused.
If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around.
Did you hear that, Bruno? You need Ginny to sign some representation papers.
Looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paperwork is the only way. This... Yeah, that's gonna be a lot more difficult. Well, I guess I can look at this. She did give me this. Hold on. What the heck is this? Look on the back of this print here. There's something written on it. Date deposited, article deposit. Oh.
13th of February, 9 p.m. Article deposit, 1 small box. Loan not paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 13th of April, 9 p.m.
So this photographic print is a redemption ticket.
13th February, that could be significant. It's just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it?
Omnibus. Small box. Doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Bruno, if Mr. McGilda still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. So you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop?
Ah, yes. If that's something Miss Matilda deposited, we need to investigate. Oh, just flat out update to the back of the thing. Alright, well, now we have this. However, we can't investigate because you're not letting us. Alright. I think it's probably best to go to go. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick her up. I have a bad feeling about this. Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow.
You think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal.
How so?
I mean, look at the suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you?
Maybe he thinks the same about you. So everything is clear in regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust. Yes, thank you very much. There they are, Susato-san and Lauren Strongheart.
I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. There's nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. Wait, what did he just say? You return to your homeland? Sato-san! Birds! How, Mr. Naruto? What was that all about? Ah, Mr. Naruto, thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why were you talking about Mrs. Sato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow?
Tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial? You mean she's been formally charged now? Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh boy. Mr. Sato, what's this all about?
Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruto. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as it has.
That's not why I asked. What happened? Why are you leaving?
It's my father. He's fallen ill.
Oh. Oh, that's actually really bad. That's actually a good reason to go home. Unless you're lying.
Oh no!
Professor Mikotoba? Oh, yes. Oh, no. Poor guy. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker day by day.
I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. 50 days? Jeez! I thought it would be prudent to hasten Mr. Sato's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely.
I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning.
I can't believe this is happening.
So Gina has been charged? She'll have to appear in court?
Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago. The day of the trial has already been set for tomorrow.
No! Not even 24 hours later?
Gina? Ah, the Lestrade girl. The Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. And all to transpicious case. Pickpocket was clearly disturbed by robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time with these open and shut cases.
It's not wasting time. Kenny would never do something like that.
Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart? In deference of your fine services today, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. You will pay for your insolence! But I have no recollection of admitting my child into my office. Leave now. Rude.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their truths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters to which to contend. Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday?
Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. It's 3 minutes precisely into my next meeting. You must excuse me. There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart. Which is, it's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her. A timely suggestion. Sorry? The girl currently has no representation.
That's not fair! Yeah, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those to afford representation with a public defender. Oh, I think I might be interrupted. Hold on, I'm going to. I'll be right back. But the intermission screen up. What? What? Alright, I'm back. Alright. I need to buy a new remote. Badly. I can't survive off this phone. Alright. I've already read that, pretty sure. The accused need only sign with the relevant paperwork, and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Why would she do that? Question. You would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison. Yes, thank you. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. What a day. Gina charged with murder. Susada-san about to leave. Come, Mr. Naruto. Iris, we must make haste.
But Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do?
As Mr. Naruto's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you, whatever way I can. Sweet. Thank you, Mrs. Sato. It's a very pensive look. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I just have to do what I can as a lawyer. Oh gosh, you can hear the gears turning, literally. Now let's talk to Gina, maybe? Maybe we can persuade her now? So there is something new here. Ah! Hello again, Gina. What are you lot doing? What are you lot here for now? To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously.
I think I need to improve the way you load the ammunition in that thing, don't I?
Look! You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing to say to you now. Present this. Hey Gina, look at this. Not that. Yeah, I wouldn't say you can have it. Oh, I want you. Well, when someone says you can't have stuff, it makes me want to see it. Want it, see? So you better hand it over now. No, I'm not giving it to you. Whatever. Eh. It's weird. We got new conversation. We got new like points. Hold on. What if I present the badge now? Alright, that's badge. What do you have? Look, oh, okay, yeah, it's the same. Blah 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 blah. I might just need to go here first. Oh gosh, it's run down.
Hurley? Oh!
Mr. Sholmes is nowhere to be seen. No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she?
I know. I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he'd been sent home.
I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not. There's no question that this was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered.
Oh dear. I do hope Mr. Sholmes will be alright.
Hello, what are we out here? Who? Oh, hi. This board is off limits, no visiting. What are you doing in here? Eh?
Well, I'll have you know. We're heading next to of kin.
Oh. Well, beg your pardon, man. Hello, lady, and a curious Eastern bear. The great mystery solving as a mysterious family, eh? I probably, he's just a generic Bobby. I should just like talk normally. If that's how he sees us, sure.
Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he is currently in the operating theater, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation.
Extensive?
It has been several hours since he went in. Several hours? Oh gosh.
Oh my. Has the bear some sort of problem?
Well, doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthesiac is. Oh no! He's awake during all this?
No!
I have heard a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Sure. 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 Yeah, we'll just leave it at coffee. Let's just put it that way. Ha. 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 Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable.
Oh, poor Hurley.
Mr. Naruto. Oh, yes? What is it, Mr. Sato? I hope you won't think me... I hope you won't think me selfish, but do you think we could perhaps go visit Gina? I just realized that I won't have another opportunity to say farewell. Oh, you are gonna say bye. Yes, of course. Sato-san may not see Gina again before she has to leave. We were just there. But I think we had to go visit this place first. Wish I knew what Susato-san was thinking. Anyway, let's go back to the prison. Alright. Now let's actually go to the prison. Apparently we need to activate that. Yeah, here we go.
Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say.
What?
I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bear you farewell.
Farewell?
Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again.
Oh, right.
I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it would be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Susie!
Well, that ain't my business.
Both Iris and Mr. Naruto believe you to be innocent, Gina. They put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them.
Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it?
It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you.
What was my fault?
Yes, so I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. We're here now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve their faith. They've invested in you. Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be.
What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh?
You told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruto and Iris the truth now. That's my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant.
No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina? Could be wrong, but... Is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial?
The one in which Magnus McGilden was acquitted.
Ah!
The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about?
Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied what you wouldn't believe. I lied like you wouldn't believe.
What do you tell us about it now? The trial 2 months ago. Oh, this is gonna be a long. Something we're gonna be talking about this a lot.
Like you said, it happened. It all happened 2 months ago. Coppers got hold of me, shoved me in the witness stand.
Based on your testimony, Mr. McGilder was declared innocent.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff.
I knew it.
What sort of thing did you lie about? I was eyed under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in the little cubby hole. I couldn't see a thing. How then? I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the floor.
That's when Mr. McGilder discovered you.
Yeah,
It's all the truth.
he pulled me out under the seat, sat me next to the dead man. There weren't much lying to see by. But when I looked at me hands, when I looked at me hands, I had the covered blood on all.
Jeez, I'm having a stroke reading this.
There weren't so much light to see by. But when I looked at me hands, I had the covered blood all over them.
Okay, I see.
I was so scared I couldn't even speak.
You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witness on the roof deck saw through the skylight.
Then Mr. McGill started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were, why you were hiding under the seat. Yeah, I did. Only, that's not all.
What do you mean?
I mean, he threatened me.
Threatened you how?
He made me swear about what I'd seen about what I heard. But what he was gonna do after the coat was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scarf her before the coppers showed up.
Gina? You must tell me what he swore to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. I still think McGilden just did it, got away with it, and then killed himself so that the fact wouldn't be pushed out, wouldn't be brought to light. Oh gosh. What you saw. You said Mr. McGill made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you?
Yes, with Mr. McGill sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud in the cove fit in the floor. And that was a low scream, you see. Couldn't help it. McGill heard me, dragged me out by my arm. That's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer where I'd been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny. Oh no! A disc?
You mean...
Yeah, that's it. The one what the deed took off me at the window banks.
So the music box disc was out there on the floor of the omnibus? What?
Not for long, McGill had spotted it straight away. He picked it up with smarts and stuffed it inside his pocket.
The disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder.
As the bog trotter told me.
I want to buy a word of it to no one. What does the disc have anything to do with this, though? What you heard. Because it was so dark under that sea in the cab. I was straining me ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and the footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was Matilda getting on board. Nah, not only him. Oh? Because I could definitely make out the footsteps of two people. In that case, it would seem very likely that it was Matilda and the victim. Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGill claimed he slept during the carriage ride. Ah, yes. And your own testimony, Gina, supported his. Yeah, they weren't exactly true. Oh, gosh. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear them talking the whole time, in low voices. What? Well, what they were talking about? Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud. That still tells us something. Mr. McGill and the victim knew each other. So Miss McGilded was lying, as I suspected. After the event. I knew it wasn't gonna take long before someone raised the alarm that the bloke had been killed. Yes, you are quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, McGilded told me to hide back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The two cubs from up top ran off to get the coppers. Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right, and after they gone, Mr. McGilded asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? With a U? I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, I guess this is new, so I guess I should voice this. Now if I can remember it.
Now then, fiddler. What I need you to do is to take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your travels, let's see now. Alright, I'll give you 10 guineas.
A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street? Yep, you got it. It was Winterbanks. The coachie sniped up the money and ran off, popped this coat as fast as he could. And then there was no one left in the carriage. McGill opened the box and let us see. And let me get out of there. But not without conditions. I see. The conditions. Or Mr. McGill. Or McGild's conditions then. For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling us all. Not for anything. About what I saw and what I heard. And there's something else as well. There's more? Yeah. It's the most important thing, he said.
I'm after sending the coach man a little error from me with some small change in his hand. Now then, did he hear what I asked of him? Did he see anything at all?
You asked him to go pop your weasel, right?
Aye, if he's take me overcoat to deposit it with a pawnbroker's hereabouts. I want you less. Take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand?
What? You might mean to have the ticket?
That's right. I'll come fetch shit from you later. Sometime within the next 2 months. You gotta hang on to it until then. Is that clear? Whatever you do, don't lose it.
Alright then.
In case something happen to be delayed at all, you're going to the pawn shop, Winnebags, so it is, and you're to extend the loan for 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited. Any old fiend could come along and buy it. Yeah, but I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. You understand these are the last. Don't try to think funny now. If you're going against me. Yeah, I get it. Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by police. Now. The coppers? Aye. I come asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say? What is it that you won't?
Oh gosh. Ooh boy.
After you got it all, I piked it, got as far away from there as I could. He hid his pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark.
So McGilda planned it. And he coerced Gina into giving false testimony. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied. In that big old courtroom, I told some corkers. The thing is, he said he wouldn't make it, so we couldn't live in the far east end no more. That's what he threatened me with. What a wicked man! You know everything went on in the black slums. You know we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. McGill would have... In our beat, he could have had a lot of us chased out of there if he wanted to. And then we could have... Where we could have gone, eh? Nowhere, I swear. So, I didn't have a choice.
Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything.
But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, old man. You must be livid.
Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor.
A favor? What?
Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial.
Eh?
If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us.
Investigate what?
The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see.
What?
Hurley's gotta have a big operation. Hurley's having a big operation right now, Jeannie.
Is it bad? You got better. Shoulder gonna be alright, right?
That's why I want to investigate, for Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything.
Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy. Is that it?
Something like that. Mr. Sato,
Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here.
do we have a clipboard? Oh, I guess there's a desk over there if she could sign on.
I don't need it. No one to stick up for me, though. No lawyer, nothing. Poor Ginny. She seems so lonely.
Well, she signed them. Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Winnebanks now.
Yes. And perhaps we could come back to visit Ginny when we're done there.
I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. Now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now, it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Winnebanks. Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. What? To be continued? It's only been an hour. There's a fourth investigation part? Oh boy. Yeah, there's a fourth investigation part. I guess I'm gonna keep going. It's not anywhere near midnight. Oh, just straight up warped us here. Alright, I just hope this doesn't take too long. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please?
What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Grixie. Here are the representation.
I wanted to do that myself! Come on!
Your ladyship. How? I don't believe it. I never did you get that stubborn little ragamuffin to sign that. I salute you. That is good work, that is.
I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
I might as well take a drink as well.
Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, yes. I hardly feel tired at all. I'm a fierce and farewell, your ladyship.
Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime then?
Do as you please. You know where it happened. Through that door behind the counter.
Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Winterbank and Gina.
Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then.
Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector?
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through. It's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, because it's another case the yard needs to investigate urgently.
What? Must be Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before. Another case? Oh no.
Now what am I saying is, don't get out of my feet, Sunshine.
Come then. Let's not waste any time.
Fist bump! First of all, why is this broken? Here's the article ledger here, Mr. Winterbank's notes, and what's this? Looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind.
Oh, look on the back. That's writing.
Hey there. Oh, show us, Susie. Show us.
Oh, this is different. 15th of February.
15th of February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposit. One gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15th of April, 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's okay. That's about the coat. A gentleman's overcoat, pawned for £1. Clearly a very fine coat. In fact, I think.
Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday.
And is still wearing, which belonged to Gilded. I would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photographic, though.
Seems Mr. Winterbank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have on hand.
But this photograph of a cat. It looks very familiar. Yeah. I've already examined it. Don't worry.
Oh yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same as one that Ginny's gave us earlier.
Of course, I was freaking blah blah. All right. Cog's turn. I've already checked it. Oh, okay. We're just comparing the two pictures.
Yes, they're exactly the same.
All right. I see here.
I got it. These two photographs hide an amazing secret.
Secret? What does she mean?
We can tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really want to know?
Yes, we need for you to tell us all about this pair of photographs. Yeah, we already know that this cat picture, it's just like a postcard of sorts. Like this file says 13th of February for a small box at 10 shillings. So that's completely different. Alright, what do we have about the pair of photographs? So Iris, about these two photographic prints. The one we found here on Mr. Wintermake's counter, and the one Gina gave us before. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints? Let me just see here. Is there something different about the actual photograph? Is like spot the difference? I don't see anything.
Actually, it's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
They're not.
Have another look at them now.
Okay, maybe. It is a spot of difference. Let me see here. The shadow of the cat's a little bit different. Tail's the same. There's less detail on the bush, on one of them. Yeah, there's less detail on the left bush.
Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other?
I think so. It's very subtle though.
What's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Ah, well, it's because they're a set, you see.
No, I don't.
This pair of photographs, especially when used as a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
Oh, it's like a... Okay, so you're saying that they're like... It's like one of the old-fashioned movie reels. Okay, I see. Ah, stereoscope. Why do I feel like I heard that word before recently?
Oh, yes. That's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday.
That thing.
You see, there it is, just over there.
Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Oh, okay, no, it's that thing. Okay.
Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures, even without one of those contraptions.
What? Really?
Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful! Then I'll be able to tell you.
She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene.
I, for one, simply have to know.
Oh, boy. Okay. Alright, tutorials, I think.
Have you ever considered, Reno, how I see depth in the world around us?
Well, just open them, and it works. And I close them, and it doesn't.
But the reason it works is because we have two eyes.
Are you sure we don't have like a third eye somewhere on our heads? Two eyes. Shocking. Ha!
If you try closing one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye. Are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye.
I like how they shifted the scene just slightly.
Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly. With your head, your brain uses that shift to examine the depth as it merges the two views into one. That's why it gets depth in everything we see.
My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me.
Ha! I think I see. So the pair of photographs. Is this a left eye view? And a right eye view.
Is that right? Oh, okay. I guess I can see that. Now I just flashed the two images back to back.
Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick.
So if we can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'll be able to see depth in these prints.
Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand.
And a stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that.
Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
Can? Really? Poggers. Poggers. So how do you skip stereoscopic prints?
Let's try it. Let's see if we can view this pair of prints without the help of the stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go.
Son really loves this kind of thing.
You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you do all through that?
Yep. Cross my eyes. I think I can. Yeah, I literally just crossed my eyes and looked at my nose. Ooh.
Watch me and see if you can copy. Make your eyes do this. All right, let me try.
Oh no.
Are you ready, Mr. Naruto?
Oh no.
There, how's that? Wonderful, now it's your turn, Naruto.
Oh boy.
The trick is to concentrate and look at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time.
Yep. Not exactly an easy task when when two people are staring at you cross-eyed.
Alright, that's enough practice. Let's try it looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes.
Woo.
You should see two overlapping images like this.
Hold on.
You try it now, Bruno.
I might need to take off my glasses for this. I'm gonna have to give it a try, I suppose.
Did the print split into two images for you? Now the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. The prints just slowly merge together until they form a new single image in the center. Oh yes, Mr. Naruto works. I can see it in the middle now.
It looks so real. And you look so weird like that.
Oh, I can look at it all day.
I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. Yeah, it does start to hurt after a while.
Your turn, Bruno.
Oh no.
Then you're looking through the pictures and slowly cross your eyes.
Yep. Works.
Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap in the middle.
Like this is it. Alright.
Hey, you managed it. So now the stereoscopic images work.
I wonder if they actually meant for me to do that.
Well, I don't know who discovered it, but really it's quite extraordinary.
Is that what people back then used to do for fun?
So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Bruno?
It's certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knacking of viewing them properly.
No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one of those over there yesterday, didn't we?
Oh yeah, that thing, the thing we broke.
If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here.
Wait.
And it says a pair of photographs in the stand on the back end.
Still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now.
Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently.
But these little machines are so affordable. Surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so, in any case.
Stereoscopic prints. Never even heard of them until yesterday. Certainly learned a lot about them. I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. Well, now we have it. All that just for one photo. And what do we have? So now we have the second cat photo. Oh gosh, there's blood on this. I just now noticed this. Look at this dark smear. This dark smear here. Seems made by somebody's finger.
You think it could be blood?
Do you see any red mark as blood, Iris? It's a bit morbid, I think.
Well, it's almost certainly blood, isn't it?
10-year-olds today. Jeez, man. 10-year-olds. This is the ticket that Gina brought in here yesterday.
Yes, I've been entrusted to her by Miss Gill between 2 months earlier. Article deposit, one gentleman's overcoat,
And the other redemption ticket was in the pocket of that coat.
yes, for a small box deposited 2 days before the omnibus incident.
Does that have anything to do with all this? So at least if you examine this, it does acknowledge that this is different. We still have this. I, the undersigned, agreed to the legal representation by the lawyer named hereunder in regard to the following incident. Defendant Gina Lestrade, alleged offense, murder of Baker Street pawnbroker, day of trial 17th of April, 10 a.m. Attorney at law, Runeskin Norhudo. Cool. I'm still wondering why we actually have this. Let's go back to examining. Let's check out this. What? I can't check out the broken glass. Come on. The ledger that's open on the counter really is enormous, isn't it? Must have been an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn.
It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me.
Clearly, Mr. Winnebago was very careful when it came to articles in his care. I guess we're not gonna talk about the broken glass. Fine, let's go to the back.
Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Grixie said.
Yes, and that's where I saw the dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door. Oh, I want to actually see the room itself. Please let me see the room itself. Mr. Winnebago, face down on the floor with Gina beside him.
As the accused's legal representation, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruto. We must make a thorough investigation.
Yes, of course, and we will. Behind that door, That's the real scene of the crime.
Don't worry. If they're any closer there, I'll find them.
Oh, well. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. Windabank storeroom. Let's go. And feel disappointed. I don't know why. Seeing chalk lines is always kind of funny to me. It's actually a lot cleaner in here, back here than I thought it would be. Poor Iris. She's clammed up completely.
Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windbake's life was taken in this very room only last night.
Oh, hi.
Ah!
Bye. Wait, Inspector.
What is it now, Sunshine?
He took one look at me and tried to run away.
You think a Scotland Yard inspector will run away from some jumped up low defensive layer, do you? Well, I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before. Interesting. I don't know what to say to her.
So you weren't running away from me. You were running away from a 10-year-old. Okay, whatever you say, man. I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Some general reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector.
Eh. Don't tell yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, aren't you?
You just made her feel worse. I don't think that went very well.
Right. Look, I went over to investigate here, Sunshine. I told you not to get on her feet.
I mean to drink badly. This guy's voice always ruins my voice. Alright.
We have investigated and do ourselves.
Yes. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say. Took me a minute to settle that in.
Oh, Hurley.
And inquire into how Mr. Sholmes' operation is going. Well, first things first. Let's actually examine this room. Got keys, there's a bicycle, is a whole bunch of stuff on the shelves and a barrel. Look at all these articles that have been deposited. This room is stuffed full of them.
I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look.
Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here together. Something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policeman shuffling around.
Not much I can do about that, Sunshine.
I'm trying to see if I can find Herlock Sholmes' thing, but there's no. I don't see like a gigantic complex machine in here, so I'm gonna assume no. There's an ink pen back here. I wonder what all these post-it notes are about. Oh, that's just the same thing. Oh, the chest is something. I have all the articles in the storeroom. This is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. Ah! What is it, Iris?
It's the box file the manuscript is being kept in.
What?
Oh!
Iris is a published story. The How the Baskervilles. No! Is that's the motive? How to what? Sure, that's not what all this is.
We must check inside the box at once.
Yes. Ah!
It was there. Iris star was there.
Oh, good, 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 good. Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris?
Yes. I mean, of course, I believe earlier what he said when he said he'd deposit it here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it.
Really?
Because that's not a very well hidden frown. Iris's manuscript has been entered in the court record. Huh. Interesting. Well, I mean, at least we have it. They probably like ransacked the chest looking for something. I can't check it. I guess we can look at the gun. I'm assuming this is a murder weapon. This is a revolver, a real one.
Quite. Or possibly the murder weapon. Used to take Mr. Winnebake's life.
I think it's actually Mr. Winnebake's himself.
What's the matter, Susie? You really look like you're about to faint.
Well, it's just that.
I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past. Right! Case 1. But anyway, we saw Mr. Winnebake with this yesterday, didn't we? Oh, it is his gun. It is flat out his gun. It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here, it was in Lestrade's hand. That was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand.
Mr. Winnebake told us that he had only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he?
Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired.
Well, we know, so we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Okay. All right, now we know a couple things. A single shot was fired from this revolver, being Windebank's, that supposedly killed him. But then in that case, we know that the two other people, the two bandits that ran away also had their own gun. Because how else would Sholmes have been shot? Because there were clearly 2 bullets, and if they're doing surgery on Sholmes, then that means that he has a bullet in him and he's having it extracted. So either there is the one gun and it went right through Windebank's body and into Sholmes, which is highly unlikely, or there's 2 guns and 1 bullet was fired from each of them. That's what we have going on there. Now let's actually take a look at the police chalk. The police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line. That blood is not made out of chalk, though.
Poor Mr. Winneback. He was a nice old man.
Well, it was shot just once through the heart.
Oh yeah, that's an instant death. At least that's fine.
Most likely the fella died instantly. Wouldn't have found a thing.
Aha! I may well be able to help you with that.
I guess that also. I think that means that if she was shot through the heart, that's a lot of. That's flat out a lot of. That is a lot of skin to go through. So yeah, bullet would have stopped like just past his heart into his like back area where it was stopped. So this should be only one bullet fired from that gun, and then another bullet fired from a different gun. What?
It's nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there?
Ha 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 ha. We're getting a lot of laughs this stream. I have a feeling I'm not as bloody minded as you. Oh, I'm not doing it. Okay.
I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold.
What's with all these bloody puns? Get it?
There you have it. You see, when it comes to blood, we're all different types.
Yes. What a scientific observation. I thought you were gonna say another pun there.
So you need this.
Oh no, what is that scary looking thing? It's like, it's one of our little things.
Hardly. I haven't come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you understand what it does. Watch.
Oh, it's luminol. Oh, the color of the blood stain has changed.
There, does it make sense now?
Yes, I think I'm starting to understand.
Good, it works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see. Yes, how wonderful. The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. So you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking for in a flash.
Oh, so like it had different colors for different blood types. So like, that's interesting.
Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Ginny would say it's bleeding great.
That's not worth a laugh. That's not a good one. So whose blood are we looking at then?
There must be Winnebago's blood.
All of that. Yes, it has to be Winnebago's blood. Yes, this is where it's shot, so there can't be any question of that.
This could turn out to be a very valuable clue. So we simply must make a note of it.
Blood analysis has been entered into the court record. Alright.
Let's keep testing and adding the results of the blood analysis to the portfolio. Long you'll have the region left, or sure.
Or reactant left. Actually, there's a stain on the back of that one photograph, isn't there? Let's perhaps we should see if it tells us anything. Oh. How to... Alright, fine. I guess we will observe this.
Mr. Naruto, I don't know if you noticed, but there's something rather troubling here.
I've noticed.
Red smear. You must mean.
Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? Wonder if Susato-san has picked up on that. Well, in that case,
Yes, I need Iris.
we should show this to her before we forget. What? What? Come on! I already had that. Well, I think the way to show Iris is to go here and to present to her. That is the wrong button.
Oh, that looks like blood.
I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove made of leather.
Oh, don't worry, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me.
Purple. Look at that.
Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? We simply must add to the portfolio blood samples. It could be an important clue.
Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point.
Well, we know blue is the victims. Well, this particular stain of blood.
Well, you've had an idea, haven't you?
Do you know whose blood this is? Oh, what?
It's purple. Yeah, we have no idea. How could I? We don't have an sample of the same color. Without that, it's impossible to know. Oh, this is gonna be This is gonna be interesting.
Oh, how very vexing. I wonder.
What?
Well, it's true that the color doesn't help us. But what about, considering how the mark came to be in there in the first place? I have an idea about that. Might you, Bruno?
Now, if you keep staring at me like that, no.
Let's try it again, shall we?
Well, this particular stain of blood.
You've had an idea, haven't you?
Oh. Fine, I think I do. I guess I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color term, but with a little deduction.
That's right. I think it's clear.
Iris, you know as well?
You first, Bruno. Who do you think it belongs to?
Alright. I believe that this blood is of... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Who... It's not Winterbank. Winterbank is blue. Yeah, Winterbank is blue. Are we... Oh, gosh, that's a lot of paper. It's a lot of paperwork. Pop Winterbank is blue. Alright, but let's see here. So this is what was deposited. One gentleman's overcoat. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Someone got their finger pricked the other... Somebody got their finger pricked that one day. When they got... Who was that got their finger pricked? What... Was it Gina? You're dead, you're dead. I guess you're the only one.
Oh my, you think this is Gina's blood?
Yes, it was Gina who brought the ticket here to Winterbanks after all. Sometimes the simplest answer is the right one.
But Gina doesn't own any gloves. At all.
Oh.
And Jeannie wasn't injured either, was she?
Ah.
We're trying to work out who the blood came from. We can rule out anyone who hadn't been bleeding straight away.
Well, the other guy's not on the list, so... Perhaps my answer was a little too simple. Oh, I missed.
Oh, I missed.
Oh, I didn't think I read that. I have to think about some more. No, we were bleeding at the time. Alright. Well, then... It's not it's not McGilded. People. Yeah, you're dead. Edgar Benedict. That's your name. McGilded's not in here. McGilded and Thrice Fired Mason's not in here. Shh. Sean. I mean, it's McGilded's card, basically. Unless this is McGilded's blood. Or Mason's blood. Because he was killed during that. I'm gonna say it's Mason. Thrice fired Mason?
You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you train off there.
Well, it's 2 months ago now, that case. Of course, I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired, though.
The victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice Fired Mason. But that would mean that this bloodstain was left on this ticket 2 months ago.
Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Windibanks yesterday, suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at that time.
So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night.
Oh. Certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. But we know that McGilded had no injuries at the time anywhere on his body, from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason, or the other victim.
Mr. Naruto, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes.
Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope.
Yes, I think you're right, Bruno. Very well. Let's make a note of this.
The blood on it has been identified as Mr. Mason's. Sweet. Oh, and we got new blood sample. I guess we can look at that now. Alright. There we go. Thrice fired Mason's got purple. Alright. Well, I guess I can move back into the storeroom. Because all I want to do is just present that thing to her. I haven't actually talked to you yet. Well, I'm going to actually see if there's anything more to examine. I guess Iris?
Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely.
Alright, that's it. Nothing else in here, nothing else. Yeah, okay, now let's actually talk to you. Scene of the crime. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Sure, you got eyes, have you? Use them. This is what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less.
Iris, could you lend me a hand?
So, Grexy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh yes, your ladyship, do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, as shortly at the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland and I police attended the scene. The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside.
It was locked from the inside.
Lock appeared to be broken now, though. Was that the police officer's doing?
Quite right, ma'am, quite right. I took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible.
Oh,
As you can see, the victim was discovered post-haste.
Prostrate?
As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, that's right. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child.
are you talking about Jeannie? She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world.
She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious.
I'm afraid to say, she had the gun that was used in her hand.
No!
Presumably it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now.
pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
Oh, what? The key to the storeroom?
And you say the storeroom was locked from the inside, Inspector?
Correct. All which leads her ladyship's friend. In suffering a sticky situation, I'm afraid.
Oh boy. Talk about a locked room mystery.
Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding.
Of course it isn't.
Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is. What about your operation? Or his operation?
Grexy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
Well, the thing is,
Don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
No, the operation, no, doesn't. It's just that, well,
Oh, it's a...
yes, ma'am. These are things of a general's anesthesia. It's the latest thing, renders the whole body sensitive.
The whole body and its teeth and it's his eyes? Is that even possible?
Means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
Goodness, the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
Ouch.
Truth is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, or so I hear. And now that the op's finished, they can't get anyone to wake up apparently. Oh no!
Oh, no.
No one knows if it's the anesthesia external system or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all I can do is stand back and watch until he comes around again.
Hurley.
The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get word to you.
What a surprise! Even matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way. That it? Alright. I guess hold on, let's present this to you. Inspector Gregson, could you... Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Why is the animation so long? I guess I can examine this. Hound of the Baskervilles. The Hound of the Baskervilles. How does Society know the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose I just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me.
I'm so sorry.
Alright. Hold on, shit. I'm just gonna keep showing him stuff. See if it opens up anything. That's the wrong button.
It's all right, think it is. Your ladyship's latest.
Yes, my latest story. It's called The Hound of the Baskervilles.
And much fascinating title, your ladyship. Fascinating. And not my own suppose. Would there be any mention of my humble shop let's say all this time?
Good question. Can't really remember.
I see. Well, why would you, your ladyship? I just await its publication with eager anticipation.
You need to worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable.
You look at me arrested, sunshine.
I didn't mean like that. If I did, it wouldn't happen. You wouldn't have bitten her ladyship's head off, would you? Okay, that was pretty funny. Yeah, you're not. Oh, Inspector, what do you make of this?
Ah, what do we have here then? A danger ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Looks like someone ran off of the office station stereo or wrote the ticket on whatever paperwork to hand. Yeah, it's a ticket from Mr. McKellar's overcoat. The one the diver turned up with yesterday.
That's not the right ticket. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I was gonna, yeah.
Really? Think you know better than me, do you?
No, I didn't mean to,
Bruno's right, Pixie. It isn't the same ticket. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I know, down your leadership. So, what's it all about then? If I might be so bold as to ask.
This is a second ticket.
A second one?
seems that Mr. McGoda, in fact, had another article in storage here at Windowbanks.
Is that right?
I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruto.
Oh, good, because these errors are so easy to talk to. Well, at least we unlocked something. A second redemption ticket. I knew we had to present something to you. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGill's overcoat.
Eh! You don't mean to tell me.
Yes, there was more than just the music box, it seems.
I should have insisted on the last taking it back to the yard and examining it properly.
Well, according to the details in this ticket, Mr. McGill deposited another article here with Mr. Windbank.
Yes, I can see it written here. A small box, was it?
The only idea what it is, Kixie. Any idea? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGill. It could be an important clue.
Well, yes, I suppose it could be. Hey, stop looking at me with your big turquoise eyes all full of hope and expectation. Too much pressure. I'll leave my bombers and I go barking.
There's no time for dog impressions, Inspector. Hum, 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 hum.
That's us, Officer E. Sunshine. There's one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, has it?
Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held here for 2 months. The small box will no longer be here then.
That's right. It's been forfeited.
Which means it could be on the shelves in front of the shop, where the forfeited items are offered for sale.
Yes, the shelves in front. We must search them at once.
You're wasting your time.
Oh?
There are dozens of little boxes out there. Hundreds, even. Can't possibly know which one might have been McGilden's. That information is not written in the ledger.
Well, I think we should have a look just in case.
Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure.
This is getting old. Alright, well. But now we know what to do. Now, not examine this room. We need to examine the main shop. We are looking for a small box. Would this happen to be it? I'm fairly sure this contraption here was here yesterday as well. Here we are. Though I'm not confident I can get close again.
Oh yes, that's a foreign stereoscope.
Really? This is we already know that. Shows picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. For that, he used this great big contraption over there.
Ah, well, that's in public houses and places like that. It's a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. This little thing is a much simpler design to use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in our little collection myself.
I wonder if I can make money out of these in Japan. It would beat keeping my toilet sparkling king anyways. Ah! Yes! Yes! He referenced the toilet! Yes! 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 Finally, a toilet reference. I still, I still like, I still like all the coats up here. It's like this one could be Edgeworth's. This one could be Gumshoes. And then I don't know any. I don't quite recognize the rest. Oh, jeez, I just realized there's blood on over here. Ah, look over here. It's a bullet.
Oh yes, a bullet hole. I can still see the bullet that's still lodged in the wall.
Presumably, Mr. Winnebank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time.
Ah, well. Mr. Sholmes liked to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that.
Freaking Patriots.
Sorry.
It's all there in the invention of Herlock Sholmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Ah! Did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It's quite a dangerous pastime.
He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once.
Forget that for now, Fruta. Let's examine this blood.
What's that around the bullet hole? It's blood, you doofus. It's a blood. A suspicious red stain on the counter. let's hit it with a grenade.
Ha! That's where I come in.
All right. The blood changes to be the same color as the sample from the storeroom. Oh no, that was Mr. Winnebake's blood. It's not gonna be Winnebake's blood for sure.
Exactly. Here we go then.
It is green. Oh, that's disgusting.
It's completely different to the color of Mr. Winnebake's color turned in the analysis, or Mr. Thrice Fired Mason. Just goes to show things don't always go according to plan, do they? Nevertheless, we must add the sample of the results of the other blood analysis.
Alright. I want to say that's Mr. Sholmes' blood. Oh.
Ah!
Oh, hold on. Before you go any further. Name unknown. Alright, we don't know that one. Okay.
I nearly jumped on my skin there. How can Mr. Winter make such a wicked trap?
I doubt he set out to scare anyone. It's just a grandfather clock.
Is it really that time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon.
Oh?
Her trial's tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you would be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Don't you remember, Bruno? You told her since she could still. You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer.
Really? Did I say that? Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching.
In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. No, not examine. Gotta go back to the prison. Ah, Gina, good. You're back.
Ah. The police have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Jeannie? Was it awful?
Oh, that bothered me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate Winnebanks. Oh, right.
Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point of asking? Won't change what everyone's saying, that I did it. That's not...
Gina, we came to ask you for your final decision.
What decision?
About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not? Oh, my controller rumbled really bad there.
I must submit the paperwork now if you like. Mr. Naruto if you'd like Mr. Naruto to represent you. Right, I see.
She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear.
All right then. Blimey, give it a rest with your eyes, Iris. Oh, come on then, fill us in. Who done it?
Fortunately, we don't know that yet.
You don't say. We don't know yet, Gina. Mr. Naruto and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime.
While we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish.
Oh yeah, like what?
Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know now why you broke into Winnebago's that night. Looks like we're gonna have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason. Thrust it in Gina's face, or I can present it to her calmly, I suppose. Okay, now I gotta show her evidence. Representation in court.
We already have the representation papers and other documents we need.
All we have to do is hand them to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow.
Nah, don't bother. Ginny! Rip 'em up and chuck 'em, would you? Them representation papers or whatever they're called. They sell 'em fancy enough to have a bid.
So, what will we do in court tomorrow?
I'll be fine on my own. I don't think you will be. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen to me is it's gonna happen.
This is one stubborn pickpocket. Alright, well, we gotta show her. What are her reason? What was her reason? Yes. She wanted to see if Iris' story was safe and secure. Found this in Mr. Winnebago's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris' latest story.
Ah! Alright. Well, it's good then.
Curiously, the storeroom at Winnebank showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value or the like. With one exception, the box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing this manuscript last night? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Just...
Ah!
Why don't you tell us what happened, please? She just wanted to be a friend.
Alright, yeah. This Baskerville story is the latest Charles adventure, right? But ain't been printed yet. So I figured it's gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right? Oh yes, at least 5,000 pounds. What?
So you intended to sell Iris' manuscript, did you?
No! Ginny! How could you?
What? Wait, no, hang on.
Of course I wasn't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do is find out the manuscript or whatever you call it, was really there or not. That's the only reason I was in the place. For Iris' sake? Isn't that right? Ah!
We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did.
But I knew you wouldn't do it. Anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it.
Well, Elmer, when I first saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Jeez, man. She's got a lot of depth to her character. I really like Gina. Oof. Oh boy. Things hit hard, man.
Oh, Ginny, that was so sweet of you. Alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. It wasn't because of Iris. That's not why I did it. I just want to know the truth, that's all. Want to know if Mr. Schultz was being honest? If he had really deposited the manuscript at Windibanks? Just like I told you the night before, I never had a father. But Iris' lot ain't like mine. She got her dad, only she can't see him. I reckon that's gotta be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They all about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. Last night when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about Daddy?
Aww. I mean, they're not the adventures of a great detective, so much as they're adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner.
Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and so kind, Ginny. Yes, we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I hate this club chummy nonsense. I hate it. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. Cause you don't trust no one can let you down. Leave me alone. Go on, Scupper!
I noticed until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves on that overcoat. That's very suspicious red stains. Uh-oh.
Whoa, why are you looking at me like that?
I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area to Gina now. Alright, well. Stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know who's blood yet.
What? Blood, Mr. Naruto?
You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. It could be blood splat. Could it be blood that splattered from Mr. Winterbank when he was shot last night?
Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusted friend of mine will get results much faster than anything else. Alright, take it easy, Iris. Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot.
Oh gosh. Oh, it's Oh, that is Mr. Mason's blood.
Oh my.
What the? Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course. Black colored fabric is masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now.
The blood has reacted with the chemical to turn a purple color, which matches one of the symbols we've already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see, who had the purple blood? Aha, yes, it was the bookmaster, Mr. Mason, victim of the murder case 2 months ago.
I knew it.
Well, what are you on about? Victim? What do you mean?
It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruto, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. Truth about who really murdered the Brickmaster, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Oh, what's someone explain what's going on? Someone, stop telling out the story.
Yeah, I think now it's confirmed that McGilden is the murderer of that case. Oh, I have to talk to you now? Fine, truth the omnibus case. You can see now the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilden's overcoat.
In the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony.
How so? If you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from Mr. McGilden trying to pull the victim to his feet.
No, if that was what really happened, the blood would have splashed all over the front of the coat.
The only explanation for the pattern of this blood is that it splattered over Mr. McGilden's coat when he was stabbed the victim in the stomach. Yep. I've tried to run from the truth for long enough. There's no escaping it now. True cover in that case, Mr. Mason's killer was Magnus McGilden. And now he's dead.
Mr. Naruto,
That horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from that trial. I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen?
Bruno, did you believe him though? Did you believe McGilden was innocent?
No. I believed. Or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to. Because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon.
A weapon?
Before I came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson.
You mean Cosmo-sama?
Primary weapon. Unwavering belief. Yep. Exactly. It's funny, Gina.
Cool. Sounds like this Empire Japan, where you come from. Everyone must be soft. Oh, come on. Look at the mess it's gotten you into. Believing in that bog trotter.
Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free.
Well, you should learn your lesson now, eh? Believing in people is never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. So you let your guard down. Let down your guard. You've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one. Get hurt by no one. Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. Would you like us to do with these representation? What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times I have to say it? Rip it up and chuck them anyway. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what he wants and all now. I'm a believer lawyer over there.
Don't forget it's me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up into the compound, did I? And you're telling me you can believe me in me after all that? Not likely.
Well, Mr. Naruto,
The lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after all that's happened. I can. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial.
Eh? Oh yeah, baked?
Not at all. You never once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth.
Seriously, Mr. Naruto? Did you all hear what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fibs just drip off my tongue. I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? Oh, too good. Get it.
Gina, I do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there's more to this life than you yet realize.
What do you mean?
The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down.
It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side.
What do you expect me to say to that?
Aww.
That's decided. I'll take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It'd be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully.
Do what you like. You Eastern lad are. I know what you are. I don't get ya.
Gina's taking herself off to the back of her cell. She'd never admit to it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out right in the end, I think.
Who's hiding there? Show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is a height of cowardice.
Mr. Sato, what?
Somebody's there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before.
What? Blimey, you're sharp, eh? What? Oh, hi.
I suppose you'll be using one of those mystical Japanese lines. Like the stuff I heard so much about.
But what does stealth have to do with anything? If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector.
Grixie? Oh, dear me. I'm most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
How long have you been listening into our conversation?
Good grief! Listening? No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even though it was after hours. I assure you, ladyship, I only just arrived. This very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all. There's nothing untoward. Nothing at all.
After hours? Is it that late already? Oops.
All right, then. I humbly excuse myself, your ladyship. That's all. Toodle! Cheerio! All the best. Bye-bye!
That's a lot of farewells. Not one of them appropriate for her ladyship.
No, but I wanted to have a chat.
I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
If you don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court, if I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with sharpish, Lord Strongheart, well.
Emergency?
Lord Strongheart?
No, I forgot everything. Anyway, I'm off.
All right, Grixie, if you have to, but let's chat soon.
Delighted, charmed, can't wait. If you please, my pleasure.
It's a lot of pleasantries. Not one of them sad and sincere. What's wrong, Strawheart?
Gracie's so funny. He says such silly things.
Certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fawning to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court.
Must attend to the court's clerk's office now before it closes.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Mr. Sato.
Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruto. I shall meet you there later.
Okay. Oh boy. And so investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina on the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. Oof.
Naruto-san, it's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted.
What about you, Susato-san? Today's been even more trying for you, I'm sure. So Sean was shot before our eyes, Gina was arrested, and on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill and she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon.
Thank you for your kind words.
Sorry, quick interruption.
I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them.
I know exactly what you mean.
Anyway, I have one final task completed as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparation for my departure tomorrow.
One final task? Oh boy.
It's just 2 months since we arrived. It's just 2 months since we arrived in London. We managed to establish this office. It's finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret.
I'm sorry, Susato-san.
It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I had no time to gather my thoughts.
I know we've only been here for a short time, but in my limited experience at the courtroom, I feel as I've learned something.
And what would that be?
It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities.
Facets?
Like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows? What do these facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live.
That's so true.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to it so much. But I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. That the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together.
No, son.
I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open. We keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark.
It's amazing to think it's been just 2 months. You've grown so much.
Sorry? I'm what? I like that smile on her face.
No, it was nothing. Unimportant.
Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning?
Yes. I picked my ticket early. I should be leaving here at 4 a.m.
4 a.m.? I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station.
Absolutely not.
Sorry?
I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow.
Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but
Every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible, even though, like me,
I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep.
but please, forgive for me, do try.
You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What do you mean?
Oh my, I nearly forgot! Please, I want you to have this.
What is that? Some huge bundle of documents?
It's my notes from the case 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Murder was committed on the omnibus.
The McGilda case.
It seems to me that this case of Mr. Winterbake's murder, in which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with the omnibus case in ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you.
With everything else she's had to think about, Sasada-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me with your beautiful handwriting.
It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case for tomorrow. Your case tomorrow for Gina.
Thank you so much, Sasato-san. I'll do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
Well, it's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure.
Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there.
Oh! Ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself.
Oof.
Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruto-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room.
Sasada-san,
I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night.
Wait, there's something I need to say.
Hiya!
What was that?
A secret technique of mine. The set our shutdown.
Shutdown? Oh gosh.
Please, I implore you. Forget to voice our goodbyes. I won't be able to hold back my tears.
Oh. Oh no, my vision's fading! Sasato-san. Yeah. Truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, yet the idea of sleeping seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes. And as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually, my fatigue triumphed and I fell into a deep sleep. The small hours. Uh-oh.
Yes, I quite understand. It's a great weight off my mind.
Okay, at least you're right.
Rest assured, I should put everything in place exactly as we discussed.
Thank you so much. What the?
It's been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes.
On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed.
my dear madam.
Oh, I guess Sasato's saying goodbye. Unless there's something going on. I'm hoping not. Well, either way, trial tomorrow. Or, or trial next week. Okay. Holy crap, that was long. Alright, well. No one tuned in. That's a shame. Well, those who watch the VOD. Those who watch the VOD, thanks for watching. And I will see you next time. That is not the right button. I hate this. Uh I man, I need to get a new remote badly. Well, just for formality's sake, bye bye.